good evening. Or if you're listening to the repeat, good afternoon. Then again, you may not be listening at all. In that case... As a senior BBC Radio 2 announcer, it's my pleasure to introduce the week's good cause. Me. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. God bless you, Gav. You're a tough. My friend, I say it clear and state my case.
Hold it. Just what do you think you're doing?
Busking to supplement the meagre pittance I get paid by the BBC. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway.
Wait. If you want to make some real money out of busking, you should sing about your mother.
My mother?
Yeah, the public are suckers for songs about mothers. You'll make a fortune.
Are you sure?
Pass me your mug. One bright and shining light that taught me wrong from right, I found in my mother's eyes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
I don't believe it. 60p for just one line. Yeah, I know that song.
It's a belter. It pulls at the heartstrings.
It certainly does. I nearly gave you 10p myself. I'll make a bomb with that song.
Those fairy tales she told of the pavements paved with gold.
Hey, give me a chance. I know the words as well as you.
I found in my mother's eyes. It's the mother's eyes bit that tears them apart.
I know. Give me a go. Oh, this is great. This will make up for being a name at Lloyd's. I can't wait to sing the line about the silver thread.
Silver thread? Isn't that marmalade?
No, hair. Silver threads among the gold. Hey, I've just thought of another. That old-fashioned mother of mine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A very worthy cause.
That was for me. Give me my tin mug back.
There you are. You're going to end up a very wealthy man.
I know. And I'll tell you something else, mate.
What's that?
This will earn me more money than saying welcome to Jimmy's cricket team, starring Jimmy's mother.
Cricket?
Jimmy Cricket's mother.
No, forget the mother.
Oh, what a heartless man you are. Jimmy Cricket. Mommy, I've walked a million miles.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome. I'm a very happy man tonight. I've just heard from the BBC Board of Governors, the chairman of the review board, and the lady that pushes the trolley with the tea with the wonky wheel. The great news is, last week's show had the highest number of listeners. I know some people think 13's an unlucky number. And you know, in a survey, some of the most beautiful women in the country voted me Jimmy the Turn-On. Only yesterday, a gorgeous girl came up to me in the street. She said, "Hi, handsome. Could you show me the way to the opticians?" Now, opticians, folks, that's a sore point with me. Mine is useless. I rang him up. He told me he couldn't see me. I turned up at his office. He said, "Read me the first letter on the chart." I said, "A." He said, "You're deaf as well." He sold me a pair of spectacles and a pair of contact lenses. He was a double glazing salesman. The other day I was in the doctor's waiting room and there was a fella there. I said hello. He said hello back. Now that's funny because my name's not back. I said, "What's that magazine you're reading?" He said hello. I said, "I've said hello. Now what's the magazine you're reading?" He said hello magazine. I thought, now he's talking to the magazine. I went into the doctor. I said, "Doctor, last night I dreamt it was Mickey Mouse, and the night before I dreamt it was Donald Duck." He said, "You're having Disney spells."
In my meanderings through this beautiful Britain, I find myself in the oft-visited hamlet of Much Panting on the Green.
There's no such place.
Oh, yes, there is.
You make all those names up and you only do it for one reason.
And what might that be?
This.
How very true. I'm standing outside the home of the squire.
And his son, the squirrel.
The home of the squire is so thinly spread. 98 years of age, and he still loves the land, and still goes lifting potatoes.
Last week he lifted 300 weight from Tesco's and the police made him.
I'd like to know more about this place.
I am the official guide, my handsome.
Ah, the very lady.
I wouldn't if I were you.
I wonder, could you take me on a guided tour?
Months I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that. I most certainly can, my fine, upstanding gentleman. Let's be off, then.
Excellent. What I'd like to... would you mind putting me down?
As you wish, my fine, well-built tourist.
I'd like to see some of the beauty spots.
You shouldn't have said that.
Beauty spots! Beauty spots! I'll show you them all, lad. Quick, in here!
Ah!
Get me out of the shed! Just you clock these beauty spots now.
I'm a married man.
If you think that's going to help you, you've got another thing coming.
Oh, how dare you! I'm locked in a safe with a married man!
You're not locked in.
Here's the key! Oh, get your hand off me knee!
I'm not touching your knee. It's pitch dark in here. I can't see a thing.
Here's a torch!
I must insist that you... Oh, no. I only bought that shirt last week.
You wanted to see the beauty spots? Let's not waste any time, lads!
She's got my socks off. I think you've got some sort of a problem.
I am! I've got a problem! I'm a woman!
And now it's time for the marketplace of the air.
If you have any item that you would like to sell, or if there's something that you wish to purchase, then call us on Marketplace of the Air. And we have our first caller on the line now.
I'll take this caller. Sir, I believe you want to purchase a hearing aid.
Pardon?
I have a card here, and it says that you want to buy a hearing aid.
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm not bothered about your medical condition. How much do you want to pay for the hearing aid?
Not just at the moment. She's taking the children to her mother's.
What did you have to pick him for?
What does he want?
A hearing aid.
Pardon?
You can take the next call.
Hello? Marketplace of the Air, at your service.
That gentleman who wanted to buy a hearing aid can have mine. I'm sick and tired of the intolerable noises that we are bombarded with day after day. I've packed it in a box ready for posting.
I see. How much do you want for it?
You'll have to speak up. My hearing aid's packed in a box.
Oh, let's forget the whole stupid idea.
You can't, because there's another caller on the line.
I'll take it. Hello? Now, whatever you do, don't tell me that you want a hearing aid.
No, I was wondering if anyone had a hearing aid that they didn't want.
I just asked you if you wanted a hearing aid, and you said no.
It's about 8:30.
I know what time it is.
Have you had any calls from listeners with hearing aids that they don't want?
They're calling in from all over the place with hearing aids that they don't want.
Oh, I thought you would have had people calling in from all over the place with hearing aids that they don't want.
I say, are you there?
Hello?
I'm okay now. Only the man next door heard me on the wireless, and he gave me his hearing aid.
So you're happy now?
It's just turned 8:30.
I can't take much more of this.
I've changed my mind about giving my hearing aid away. Would any of your listeners care to buy Handel's Messiah?
I'll have it.
Have what?
That mangle that's for hire.
She hasn't got a mangle for hire.
It's about 25 to 9 now.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I've had it with all this lot. She's taken the children to her mother's. It's about 8:30. A mangle for hire. They'll probably give me the sack. I'll finish up in a rubber room. My career in shreds. The great British public will never hear me ever again. Come in. This joke won't take long.
Doctor?
What's your problem?
Nerves, doctor.
I see. Name?
Wally.
Christian name?
Polly.
And your problem?
First thing in the morning until last thing at night, I do nothing but scribble on scraps of paper.
I see.
What conclusion have you arrived at, Doctor?
That Polly Wally doodles all the day.
He had to catch 2 buses to do that joke.
And she's a member of Equity.
Did he reimburse her?
No, her mother was with her.
He had to walk 1.5 yards to do that joke.
Keep them coming.
Doctor, I believe you've just had your first book published.
Without doubt, the finest book ever written.
What's it called?
Without doubt, the finest book ever written.
Keep them coming.
I'm taking my wife on a second honeymoon.
That should be very nice for her.
It should be better than the first honeymoon.
Why?
I'm going with her.
My eldest girl had a lovely wedding.
Really?
She married an Australian and desecrated to Australia.
Does she like living in Australia?
She hates it.
Why?
What do you call those things that hop up and down all over the place?
Kangaroos.
She says that the beds are full of them.
I might be going down under.
You will be at your age.
Keep them coming.
Did you know that a travel agent is offering Spain and back for just £1.25p?
Spain and back for just £1.25p. I don't believe it.
It's true. Not only that, to get your money back if you fall off the tightrope.
Hello. I've got a stupid joke.
Let's hear it, stupid man.
In southwest Borneo, the natives eat little bent pieces of wire.
It's their staple diet.
I was going to say that.
I bet you're glad you didn't.
Yes. But I'm glad I haven't missed this man.
Which man?
My hero, he is.
My name is Marlowe, Philip Marlowe, private eye. My other eye's having a ball. It must have been around 10 o'clock a.m. at night past midnight. I left Mulligan's bar. Mulligan had a broken nose, 2 cauliflower ears, and 4 front teeth missing. Not that that made any difference. I liked her. I drove along 4th and 5th, turned into 6th and 7th, and right into 8063. I knew I was lost. When I got back to my office, there was a light shining through the crack onto the door. I licked my lips. I sensed something not very pleasant. I opened the door with a dry mouth. I'd lost my key. I stepped inside. There was a dame sitting with crossed legs and matching eyes. She was the type of dame you'd take home to your mother if you wanted to frighten the life out of your father. She smiled the smile of a woman who had just lost her teeth.
Hi, Marlowe.
How did you find me?
By accident.
Accident?
I came across your name as I was going through Yellow Pages looking for a shop that sold bananas.
What can I do for you apart from buying you a new joke book? She wasn't acting tough anymore. Her eyes filled with tears. She stood up and I thanked her for finding the tin opener. She was here for a reason. What's your problem? She said nothing. I walked over to the window and looked out and saw a guy on the sidewalk whistling even though he was on crutches. I hadn't heard that tune in years.
Marlowe. Find my husband for me, Marlowe.
Missing?
Gone.
When?
8 years ago.
Your husband went missing 8 years ago and you're only looking for him now? Why now?
I can't get the top off the sauce bottle. Help me, Marlowe.
I'll do my best.
I'll call back tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Come in.
It's me.
I found your husband.
During the night?
I had to work quick.
Where was he?
He was planning a bank job with 2 other guys, but they decided it was too risky.
I want to see him, Marlowe.
He's in the next room. Okay, come in. My name is Marlowe, Philip Marlowe, private eye. These guys make more money than I do. I think I'll join them. Up, 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 up. Yes?
You're wanted on the phone.
Talk sense. Speaking.
I have Hollywood for you.
Hollywood for me? Oh, I knew it would happen one day. The dreams come true at long last. And after all those years of struggling show business, Hollywood, my name in lights, idolized by millions, Academy Awards, superstardom, Hollywood.
Go ahead, Hollywood.
Hello? Meredith Morgan Evans, Hollywood, yeah?
Meredith Morgan Evans, Hollywood.
I've been told to cancel you a one-nighter at the British Legion, Pacelli. We can't afford to pay you £5.50p. Sorry.
I found a quiet corner. I've got a minute to myself so I can read this letter from me mammy. Dear Jimmy, your big Aunt Nora is having trouble with her new hip, especially at night. She said it won't fit into the glass at the side of the bed. Young Tommy next door has been thrown out of his school's tug-of-war team. Apparently he was pushing. He's very good in school. The teacher said William the Conqueror conquered France, conquered Holland, conquered Normandy, then he gave up. Why? Tommy said, Miss, he ran out of conkers. We've just had a new fire engine in the village, but we're keeping the old one for false alarms. Your brother Tommy has just become the bungee jumping champion of the village. He didn't mean to. He fell down the stairs and caught his braces on the banisters. I've just heard from your sister Margaret in Australia. She's had a little baby and she's named it after your father. It's a lovely thought, and there's not many girls called Grandad. Your brother Paul has moved to a very tough neighborhood. So many bricks have come through the window, he's built an extension in the back room. That's all for now, son. Lots of happiness, Mammy. P.S. You remember old Mrs. Flanagan, 87? Well, she's just married again. Mr. Burke, and he's 92. They spent the honeymoon trying to get out of the car. Best wishes, Mammy. Now, we like to think, folks, that we have something in our show for all age groups, from 5 to 5.5. Here, especially for our more mature listeners, the answer to New Kids on the Block, it's Old Cocks on the Snuff. It's lovely to see you all looking so fit and well.
Yes, thank you. And raring to go with songs requested by senior citizens.
Roll me over.
Oh, we need a forklift truck to do that.
Will you two behave? We're on the wireless.
I believe you've just finished a very strenuous tour entertaining the old folks.
A very strenuous and difficult tour.
Where exactly did you go?
Tarryasson Street.
That's quite a journey.
20 minutes on the bus.
Singing all the old favourites?
Everything I have is yours.
I don't want it. You never know when it's been.
Will you two give over, you silly aged persons? Any more of it and I'll stop your cocoa.
What are you going to sing for our more mature listeners this week?
Well, this song was very popular with the residents who stayed at the place I used to work at.
And where was that?
Wrinkle Lodge, home for retired folk.
What did you sing?
I can't get started.
I'm not surprised at your age.
Will you give over?
An MOT wouldn't do her any harm.
Oh, not tell you again.
Our listeners are waiting to hear you sing.
Well, give us an introduction and we'll let rip.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Old Cox on the Snuff.
Oh, she wears red flannel and a tatty underskirt. She wears red flannel and a tatty underskirt. She lives on Back Cabinet and baked beans for a tea. With chips on the plate, a final mate, there's never out left for me. Yeah!
If it's all the same to you, I'm off to have a cup of tea. I'm far too sensitive to listen to this next bit.
I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway.
Will you go away? We're trying to do something that's full of feeling. Play the full of feeling music, please.
Nellos.
You've brought home woe. I can tell. What is it, lad?
It's young Adley Bradley.
Not young Adley Bradley.
And Jason Mason.
Adley Bradley and Jason Mason. What's happened to them, lad?
What's happened to who?
Adley Bradley and Jason Mason.
He's just told me.
Who's just told you?
Norman Gorman.
Told you what?
About Adley Bradley and Jason Mason.
When did he tell you, lad?
Who?
Norman Gorman.
I met him when I called in at Bladder and Giblets.
Bladder and Giblets? What did Norman Gorman tell you about Adley Bradley and Jason Mason?
Happened they were both dismantling that chimney stack, 200 foot high.
At Mill?
They've closed it down.
I know they've closed it down. What about Adley Bradley and Jason Mason?
It's heartbreaking.
And they're not long wed.
Happen. Adley Bradley married Grace Brace. And Jason Mason married Jennifer Ennifer.
Tell me, Arnold, lad, tell me. I've got to know what happened.
They told me at Bladder and Giblets.
Told you what, lad?
Adley and Mason.
Go on, lad, go on.
They've both been dropped from darts team. Put kettle on, lass.
Doll's Hospital?
I just thought I'd call.
Yes.
I was sort of wondering.
Go on.
How is Teddy?
Teddy?
Keep your voice down. I'm at work.
Oh, you mean that you're the owner?
It doesn't matter who I am. Just keep it down. How is he?
You mean T-E-D-D-Y?
Yes.
We had to give him a sawdust transfusion.
I thought you might.
A new belly button.
He did want one. My little boy kept pulling at it.
I do understand.
Thanks for the good news.
I'm afraid it isn't all good news.
Complications. What's gone wrong with Teddy?
We had to remove his...
You mean that Teddy hasn't got a...
There was very little we could do.
What good is Teddy without a...
We did manage to find a donor.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful news.
The only thing is, you may find that it will take a bit of getting used to.
What do you mean? All Teddies go...
I'm afraid yours doesn't.
What does he do?
I'll put him by the telephone and turn him upside down. Ready?
Go on.
Right. Hello, Teddy.
You've ruined him.
How are you today, Teddy?
I'm not going to pay you a halfpenny. You'll get nothing from me.
What do you think of a grown man who still has a teddy, Teddy? So do I. Ladies and gentlemen, the popularity of this singing duo is such that no introduction is necessary. It's Daphne and Cyril Billington.
My dear Philip.
Darling James.
A refreshing change to see such a happy and devoted couple.
Daphne and I are bonded together in music and in marriage.
We are as one.
And we all know that I must congratulate you on your success in The Sound of Music.
Well, it's a privilege as professionals to have the opportunity of singing such divine songs.
I never tire of my favorite things.
Yes, well, the least said about that, the better.
What was that?
He said nobody sings them better.
Oh, how nice.
I play the part of Captain Von Trapp.
Von Trapp.
With that go, that part was made for him.
Now, look here.
I've just had me tea.
Do you have a particular favourite from The Sound of Music, Daphne?
Indeed I do, darling.
And what's that?
I am 16, going on 17.
More like 60, going on Philisan.
Any other favourites?
Idle swine.
Oh, dearie me.
We've got an old dearie me, have we? That means I've put my foot in it again. Let's have it. Let's have it. What have I said wrong this time?
The song is called Edelweiss. It's a small mountain flower.
And you're a big city pansy. I'm up to here with being shown up by you week in and week out.
Now, be fair, Daphne, Cyril had a great success as the student prince.
Thank you for that timely reminder, my dear fellow.
The student prince? Him, the student prince? Shall I tell them?
He'd be a brave man who'd try to stop you.
Before he went on as the student prince, I had to go and collect his pigging pension.
Excuse me, is this the place where they're doing the programme about wild flowers at the hedgerow?
Will you go away?
This is all rather degrading and terribly embarrassing for me.
Then why don't you stop doing it?
No, you've overstepped the mark this time, Daphne.
He started it, Nelly Road. Who asked you, Humpty Dumpty?
Do either of you know that other song from The Sound of Music?
Which song?
So Long, Farewell.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
we do know
yes,
that. I think that's
Good. Well, sing it outside. Bill, play the music.
That was Jimmy's Cricket Team, starring Jimmy Cricket, with Bill Pertwee, Peter Goodride and Noreen Kershaw. The script was written by Eddie Braben, and Jimmy's Cricket Team is an independent production for Radio 2 by Mike Craig Enterprises. Daphne and Cyril Billington are National Theatre programme sellers.
I'm forever, ever, and ever blowing bubbles. Lots of pretty bubbles. Big fat bubbles in the air.
And Jimmy's Cricket Team will be